It's nice and cool out, but it's a little early for the awning, don't you think?
Make sure we get it done. Yesterday we did a lot of meal prep, so we've got a mountain of dishes to put away. Today we're going to launch into a few things as soon as I make some more coffee. This is the situation with the desk right now in the semi-stock position, giving us essentially the appearance of how it was, minus the two drawers on this side. You tested it for a couple days. How'd it go?
It was great. I think we know there's a couple of things we need to tweak. And then we went out and we picked up storage here. This is going to kind of be my dedicated zone.
Well, you're better at keeping stuff neat.
Right. I'm going to video edit today. And so can you convert this, please?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. How about down?
Down here?
A couple inches, actually. Down more, please. Cord management is still a major problem, Andrew.
Yeah, cord management's going to be the thing that we need to address. But what we achieved here was this clears the blinds as it goes up. We can move the blinds freely without any interference.
I don't really have a place for everything yet.
Got to kind of figure out where things fit.
That's not going to work. Oh.
Not quite. No.
Oh. I will definitely come through here and hit this.
Yeah. Still a work in progress, but we're happy with the main function of it. Very solid. The idea of having monitors out on the table, we have to then use the table for something else and move them. I'm very happy with this setup, so we don't have to do that.
Now that it's up, I can see then this might fit right here kind of nicely.
That will fit right there.
Just so you guys know, most of this is empty. My work office is in one of them, but most of this is just future storage waiting to catch whatever debris. Let's be honest, Andrew brings.
I'm good at debris. Debris is really my thing. What's your mission?
Same mission every weekend, Andrew.
Those guys. We should pull those down and see what kind of 1 week
looks like.
1 week looks like.
Yeah, let's get a screwdriver. Ooh, so that's one.
Oh, let me get that.
So embarrassing, you guys.
1 week of dust.
But you know what? This is real. No AI. Just two weirdos living in an Airstream.
This dust was not created by AI.
I blame you. This dust was created by you.
All right, let me grab the screwdriver. We'll take down to see the new filter.
Okay.
Here's the moment of truth.
It's kind of gross.
A little bit of stuff on the carbon filter.
I think we need to clean that up.
Top side looks clean, but that's...
The top side.
Yeah.
Let's separate them.
Just going to click this apart. See what the inside looks like. So the white filter is pretty clean. Most of it seems to be caught in the carbon filter. Can we rinse these out? Actually, I reluctantly checked the CampAir website for the instructions. Can't wash the carbon filter. I can vacuum it. So I'm going to go get Timmy and be underwhelmed by his job that he does. Reluctantly, we're closing the hatch now. The humidity's starting to build up a little bit.
Oh, no, you did it on your first try.
I did the screen on my first try, yeah. Freshly back inside from taking them out with Timmy to vacuum off the carbon filter.
How did that go?
Not too bad, actually. I put the little pointy snoot on him, and I just through.
Did it actually suck the
Yeah, no, they look visibly cleaner. So I think that'll be part of the routine now, just to make sure these are clean. Try to do it once a week, just to keep ahead of the dust. We're still getting just a little bit of dust accumulation here, suggesting there's a little pass-by on the filter that's missing. I think it's a lot better. We could try to address that eventually. This is the rear CampAir filter from over the bed, and you can see that it's a lot cleaner than the one out here and really doesn't need anything right now. Good to know. I'm gonna stitch this back up. This rope basket is where we've dumped all the dishes that don't quite fit anywhere else. And while it keeps them tidy, it's not perfect, and we may need to revisit it. I'm just getting an action shot of you editing.
You're weirding me out, man.
Sorry.
But this is working really well.
Nice mobile, by the way.
Stop flirting with me, Andrew.
Quick shout out to Rodney. We really appreciate the super thanks, the comments and questions, and all your support. Thanks very much. Have to say I'm very happy with how those filters are working out. Next up, we've got a project up here at the hitch end. I'd like to get a couple things done before the sun comes around and makes it too hot up here. Got a pretty nice day to get some stuff done. And the main focus right now is, I know it doesn't seem like it given how hot it's been, but we'd like to get ready for a bit of a season change here. This will give me a little more space to access this. Also, we're gonna do some grilling later. One of the things we haven't really addressed is how the front compartment here has a space around the bed frame right at the edge of it. And that's kind of an air gap. We can always feel like, well, heat coming in. It's gonna be cold coming in. Not too excited about that, but I think we can address it now with some of this gasket that I bought. Basic 1-inch D gasket should help us out, and we'll be able to address this little air gap. Just got to clear out some stuff in the front compartment to have the access I need. Here's the two things I'm working with today. This is 1-inch D gasket that I just purchased for this project in particular, and we'll see where else we might be able to make use of it. This was the foam wrap that I used for the dump valve, and this is what I've got left over. I'm wondering if it's enough to insulate the back side of this door. Multitasking. I was planning on doing a really thorough rinse today, so got the tank rinsing. Probably let it go for a little while. I miss our 2006 Safari. The tank design was better in that one, but we do okay with this one. Time to get in here and see if I can get this fitment right. I've opted for a piece at 19.5, which should give us exactly what we need to fill the gap over here on this side. Now our 2006 Airstream, we actually cut foam board and put it up against the bottom of the bed to mitigate the draft coming from the storage compartment. I did really like that solution. We haven't done similar yet on this particular Airstream. I'm not sure if we need to quite do that or if a thinner insulation will suffice, but the idea of not doing something to mitigate the air exchange and to make sure we don't have the drafts, you know, we've got to do something. So, wow, that fits perfectly. I like the looks of that. Are you spying on me?
We're talking.
I'm doing important work in here.
I see that. It's your favorite place to be. I heard talking, so I came to investigate. Hello.
Hello.
I just wanted to gently remind you I am going to request some grilling later.
Oh yeah, we're grilling. I'm working on getting it set up.
All right, right on.
Yep.
What are we doing under there?
I have got a lovely seal right here. Check it out. I've got a seal right here.
Oh yeah.
There was a 1/2 inch or more gap kind of this whole run. I got to do the other side now.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it seems to work. How's video building?
Loving the desk, man. I'm loving it. I think we should order foam.
Yeah, I was just thinking about how we need to redo the cushions.
I just feel like a firmer foam would do us better.
I've heard other Airstreamers say it. You're right about the brain freeze.
I know. Slow down.
You can't stop me.
I brought you something.
You want me to shave in the middle of the day?
You don't have to do that in the kitchen. Ah. Anti-aging potion. Who's handsome?
I'm gonna go back to my ice cream headache.
This haircut, I gave you a little bit of a hard line right here. I can't quite blend it. I'm not a hairstylist. My inclination is to buzz it even shorter and just leave the top.
I'm happy with it. I can't see it though, especially in the back. How's the back?
It's fine. Actually, the back fade is better. It's the sides where I lose it, but you know.
Huh. If you need me, I'll be jammed in the front compartment.
Okay.
Roadside was 19.5. We've got to go slightly different for curbside, 16.5. Got to uncoil just a little more material here. Stuff seems easier to peel than other versions of the 3M stuff we've had. That's good. Main thing I would say anytime you're trying to use a 3M double-sided tape gasket type material is always make sure to clean the surface so you're not just sticking the gasket to the dust, then the dust falls off and then the gasket falls off. Fair warning. Welcome back to the storage compartment for phase 2 of my project. I'm gonna see how much of this I can get to cut and fit up here for insulation purposes. Stay tuned. 50 1/4. I wonder how many times we've got 50 1/4 in this. Probably only 2. If I remove it carefully from the roll, I can still use that. Be nice to use every inch of it. So close. I've only got about 48 times 2, which will give me 2 runs down, and I think I need 4 complete runs. This may not be the best use of this piece of material. I may be able to get a wider piece and it'll actually be less work and I can take this and use it somewhere else. I do like this stuff. This piece is not enough to do up here. I just bought some more online so it'll show up in a day or 3 and I'll be able to take care of insulating this. For now, I'm a little stumped on where I'm gonna put this piece. No big deal. I'll figure it out and I'll install it at a later date. In the meantime, I'm going to check up on the dump and fill situation. Tried to be thorough today. I don't always take the time, but every once in a while I feel like it's worth doing it thorough. Rinse off. Oh, backflow preventer will leak down a little bit. Very happy with the rinse today. Everything has gone according to plan. It's now time to fully set up the grill. One of these days I got to do a really thorough job of cleaning this grill. And that day may not be today, but if you got a favorite product for cleaning a Weber grill, please let me know in the comments. Thank you. I kind of don't want to upset the apple cart here because this water heater is working great. If you don't know, these things are pretty old technology. This is basically the same water heater that's been sold maybe 40 years. Very little has changed. This one is running pretty good right now. To be clear, we're not actually using it on propane. We've got full hookups here and we're running the electrical element. Frankly, it's been trouble-free, but we've got pretty hard water here. We've got chalky white buildup on our faucets in the shower. And I think I want to drain this right now and just make sure I can mitigate any buildup that might be occurring. I'm gonna also clean up the mat here and then I won't be draining anything out of the water heater onto it. So kind of a multi-pronged approach as we go right now. Today we've just got a little scrap of a 0G hose that allows us to get into the top of the water heater. Main thing we're gonna do is add some vinegar, dilute it with water, let it sit in that tank for a while, and then we're gonna drain it out. So to start, I'm gonna drain it, get that vinegar in, and refill. This is hot water and it's under pressure, so I'm gonna be careful as I open the bleeder. Next thing I'm gonna do is try to get in here and remove the valve. Memory serves, I've had it off before, so it shouldn't fight too bad. This is warm. All right, you gotta see this. The next thing I'm gonna do is very carefully try to get this plug out. Actually, check this out. This all, I think, is evidence of what we're gonna find in here due to the hard water. It occurs to me I probably do have the correct size wrench for this, and it's plastic, so the risk of stripping it is pretty high. I'm expecting a little bit of a flood here. Are you coming out? High-tech tools. Last time I did this in South Texas, there was some gelatinous goo that came out, thinking it was minerals concentrated, but not entirely sure. Thanks for watching, as always. Yeah, I sprayed myself in the face a little bit. There it is. I knew I saw it come out. There's some of that coming out of the bottom of the water tank. Nasty. After a few rounds of rinsing, I have to say this one's not as bad as I've seen, but what I'm gonna do next is put the plug in here and add some vinegar and let it soak for a little while. Just going to hand tight. There's no reason to go crazy with it. Just gonna have to take it off again in a few minutes, and don't want to strip it with tools. It's also a funnel. Did I mention how high tech it is? All right. This has been soaking for about an hour. I've just been given official word it's time to start the grill and get it heated up. So I'm gonna do that, come back and drain this. Clicked on, good. All right, let that heat up. I've got you guys sitting on a blue bucket, but I'm gonna use that blue bucket here and see what drains out. Maybe I'll get more of that gray chunkage. It's hand tight when I put it on there, but then it cooled down. Definitely see some garbage in the bottom there. Not even catching all the water as it flows out, and there's definitely some garbage in the bottom. A little bit sandy, a little bit gooey. Hope I've got all the goo out. It's time to stitch this back up. If anybody's wondering, the plastic plug you might have in yours is 15/16. If you saw our suspension lift episode from a few weeks ago, a lot of 15/16 in that one. That's what all those bolts are. Not sure there's a better way to do this. You have to be careful of the sheet metal. All right, I'm gonna put this in. Then I'm gonna open the bleeder so that the tank can fill not just with air, but with water. And I'm gonna repressurize the trailer. But before I do that, I'm gonna warn Shauna, in case something got left open while I've been working. Last thing I wanna do is turn on the water and flood us out. I'm going to turn the water on. Can you watch the faucets just to make sure nothing is on?
Yes.
There we are. Water heater is full. We can fire it up now and see if everything is right. A little air in the hot. Might be a little spitting, but this should work normal.
All the way hot?
All the way hot. I've just put the water heater on, so we won't get any hot, but I just want to kind of blow out in the air.
Can you make sure that the valve on the head is turned all the way open?
Yep.
And then the button
Yep, both are good. All the way up. No spitting. Ooh, that's hot. A lot of spices on that last one. All right, now that everybody's got a good sear, we'll give them a little scooch. Make room for the veggies. Thanks. Doing good. Today might be the day that I finally tackle this, but I still don't know exactly what I need to do. How much I need to clean it and exactly how to re-adhere it, so it's all experimental. Let's see what happens. Well, there's definitely a layer of grit on the adhesive, up and down. How much does it concern me? I don't know yet. No hands. Bah. I've decided to try a round of fixing this without putting rivets in it. What I'm gonna do is use the 3M gasket adhesive, and I'm gonna clamp this 80/20 bar on here. I'm gonna leave it for about a week. And
Really?
we're not going anywhere in the next week.
Okay.
So I'm gonna clamp it down and leave it to harden, and hopefully it stays down. Now I'm gonna use the heat gun to soften this, and I've already kind of tested. It does soften it a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is kind of heat it all up, add the sealant, tighten this down, and then I'm gonna do the backside just the same.
We may need a mechanical seal.
We might. I wanna try this first just to see if we can get away with it.
Okay.
We might not. Having a bit of trouble here. The
Oh, the sealant seems clogged.
yeah, it's coming out the side.
Can we just squeeze it out and smear it in with something? Okay, your hand works.
This is not the way I hoped this would go.
It looks like cartoon bug guts. Do you want another glove for your other hand?
I wound up with gloves I can't get off.
Is there another way we can cut that tube open to really gain access to the goo?
I'm a little bit afraid that if we cut it, it's just going to be a mess.
It's already a mess,
It's
buddy.
never going to come out where we want it to. That's just what it's going to do.
Well, this is going well.
Oh, it's going great. I have no idea how I'm going to get on the other side. As a result of that tube working in a way that is not sustainable moving forward, basically there's no way I'll be able to get in here with it and get the sealant under. I'll wind up with it everywhere but where I want it. I'm going to consider this a beta test of this sealant. I'm going to leave this and see how it works. Probably won't work. We'll see.
How's that, Andrew?
It's all right. I think your position's a little low, but it's not bad.
Yeah, I would say. After a few days of patiently waiting for packages in the mail, we are able to get back to work.
Check this out. This arrived today, but more importantly, these propane tank sensors. Somebody loves me. I'm pretty excited to get these installed shortly, but I need to not get distracted and do that insulation up in the front compartment first. I've launched into this. There it is. Stuck up. I got to cut the end flush and then add the next strip. I can't believe it. The fitment here is awesome. two widths of this fits exactly in the space. My seam, you can see there's no wood showing through. It's sort of perfectly fit in between the light and the other side. Couldn't be happier with the fitment. It's stuck up and it looks nice and clean, and will give us a little bit of insulation here up in the front compartment for this space, which isn't heated, versus the mattress area, which is. Here's the door insulation update. This piece is exactly that width, leaving this, which is exactly half a roll of that. So I've taken a piece and cut it in half to put here. Shouldn't take long to put on those last two pieces, notch around the latches and put that little bit of curve on there, and we'll have the door nice and insulated and give it a clean, fresh look. I'm happy with how this came out. I figured out as I'm using this material that it's exactly the same as the little ring that was already around the latch here. So it's material Airstream already uses, but we've got a nice clean insulated surface here, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Very little excess material wastage, so that was a great part of this. And it closes up nice and tight, and I think we're better off. Don't tell Shauna, but I'm reading the instructions here. I just want to make sure it goes well. Actually, it seems pretty simple. I'll have it figured out in just a second. Downloading the Mopeka tank check app now. Hey, I'm glad you called. I'm launching into the Mopeka sensors now.
Oh, great. I guess enjoy your project.
Okay, I was just in the area with the installation, so I thought I would launch into this too.
No, it's okay. I certainly am not getting home in a timely manner, so go for it. The highway is literally shut down.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Rerouted.
I'm sorry on like 4 levels right now.
Yeah, well, enjoy it. I'll be home soon.
Okay.
I would very much like a tasty warm beverage when I get home.
Oh, yeah, no, good idea.
Love you, baby. Bye.
Bye. Got a sync button here. I'm gonna hold this down, and then it should register by Bluetooth on my phone shortly. See how we do. Here we go. According to the instructions, I'm gonna put a little dielectric grease on the black sensor in the bottom, and stick it in place. See what we get. Registers 90% pretty much immediately. Amazing. Let's go try the other. Next thing I need to do is add a second one. I don't see an obvious way to do that, but I'll keep you posted. Update on this one claims it's 100%, but it also thinks it's a 20-pounder. Real quick, we'll fix that. Not claim 95%. That makes sense. 95, 96%, 57%. Many thanks to my wife for loaning me this project and getting us these sensors, so now I don't have to take everything apart just to know. I will say I like taking things apart to do a visual inspection and make sure everything's all right. Very happy with this though so far. Kind of wish we got them sooner. The installation, not intimidating at all. Very straightforward. Really just take the sensor, hit the sync button, put it up on the tank, go into the app, adjust your volume, your name, and we're good to go. So, second clamp is off. I have to admit the suspense was killing me, but I did leave this for an entire week just to see if the glue would hold on the front edge. Before we do the unveiling though, I gotta share with you my frustration with this. I was trying to get this tube to work. It was all blowing out sideways. I was getting frustrated trying to get it to even put the sealant on the easy side, and I knew that I didn't want to try the hard side without a better chance of success. So, when I went to put this away, I found this one. Had a new tube the whole time. So I guess if this side works, I've got enough sealant to do the other side. You know, it's okay. It's not great. The clamps have been released for a few minutes, and it's still stuck on the corner. That's good. There's a little lift here, and if I did a better job of getting sealant right at the edge, it might be a little bit better, but it's much more stuck down the back. You can see how much of a ski jump that has still. I think there's hope here to get this thing fixed somewhat permanently with some of this 3M gasket adhesive.
Well, that's all we have time for this week, guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks for being here. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell.